Hello friends and welcome back to the Cigars channel. Today me and Billy are back to take a look at the Cuban and New World cigars of the month for August. Billy, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, so I have the Larranaga Petit Coronas, and that is the Cuban cigar of the month this time. Now this one comes in at 5 1/8 of an inch long with a ring gauge of 42. 30 minutes roughly smoking time, and I'm expecting quite a easygoing experience with this one, with it being a light to medium cigar.
Nice,
And what have you
sounds
got?
good. For the New World cigar of the month, we have the Padron Damaso number 8. This one is a Corona sized cigar coming in at 5.5 inches long with a 46 ring gauge. This one's going to be medium in strength, and I'm not quite sure what to expect from this one. I did have the number 12 quite a while ago, and I really enjoyed it.
I was going to say, I did have that one probably a year or so ago now, but it's quite creamy in my experience. I thought it was really easy, smooth.
I like it then.
Right up your street, I would say.
Perfect. Right, let's get them cut and lit, and then we'll get straight into it.
Perfect.
Okay, so we've made our way through the first third, and for the Padron, I'm going to start with construction. The draw is perfect. It's ever so slightly loose, but I quite like that. The burn is completely straight. The ash did hold on, but I did put it down onto the ashtray and it did fall. It started off with a lot of pepper, and so I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about that.
I was going to say, when you said pepper, I was like, I can't for the life of me remember having any pepper. But
well, that's the thing, because when I had the number 12, I didn't get any of that. I just got sweetness all the way through. But this is like the opposite. So it started off quite peppery. That did actually die down quite a lot. I then got some leather. I say some leather. It was quite prominent, wasn't it? And then there's kind of like a long sort of spicy finish to it.
What kind of spice is it? Like a peppery spice, or?
Yeah, I think so. Like a white pepper on the finish, I think.
It kind of lingers a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it also plays into the strength as well, because like it started off as a medium strength and it's like building up to like medium to full. So it's quite
an intense one.
Yeah, I mean, it's very different compared to the number 12 that I had, and the whichever one you had. Maybe it was number 15.
No, I think I had the 8.
You had the 8 as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So that's very odd. I wasn't sure if it was to do with the vitola of it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to become a bit lighter as we get through, because the pepper did die down quite a lot in the first third. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, what about yourself?
Well, for the Larranaga, it hasn't had all that many different flavours. It's kind of stayed quite true to the original flavours, right? So upon first light, you get hit with a little bit of saltiness. And as I say, that's kind of continued throughout the entirety of this third. I'm not sure I'm going to see all that many different transitions as well. I think the saltiness, as well as the sort of long, oaky kind of charred finish, I think that's going to be the flavour profile throughout, which, I mean, for me and you, we normally have that kind of one-dimensional feel with most Cubans. So I think, based on previous experiences, I think that's going to continue, and it's going to not change all that much. But yeah, I mean, very easy going. I wouldn't say there's any strength there for me personally. I would say it's quite mild. I don't know whether that's going to ramp up a little bit between kind of now and the end of this cigar, but for now, very, very easy going.
Yeah, cool. They are quite light, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, Larranaga for the most part, light to medium at most for myself anyway. In terms of construction, I have had a few issues with the draw. I think it's a very, very tight draw. It's kind of, I don't know if that's played to an advantage though, because I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the burn has been absolutely phenomenal, right? It's been straight throughout the entirety of the experience so far. It hasn't kind of tunneled, it hasn't deviated away from being completely straight the whole time, right? Ash was holding really, really well. I did put it down briefly, and again, as similarly to yourself, it did fall off, but no issues really.
You did have an ever so slight split in the wrapper, didn't you?
Yeah, and again, it
just disappeared, doesn't it?
Did not affect the burn at all. It stayed true, and as I say, I cannot complain about the construction on this one. Yeah, which makes a pleasant change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll take them down through the middle third, and then we'll get back with you guys.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So we've made our way through the middle third of these cigars today, and for the Larranaga, I'm going to start with construction. The draw, to begin with, is really, really tight, and I had a little bit of an issue with it. But since hitting the midway point, I don't know whether there must have been some sort of plug or anything in there, because since the midway point, it's opened up dramatically, and it's a much more comfortable experience now. So, with that being said, the flavors haven't changed all that much. Slight strength increase. Again, might be down to that little bit of more of an open draw, but I would say it's tinkering on towards a medium strength now. But yeah, flavors have stayed very consistent, very salty, with that long oaky finish remaining throughout the entirety of this cigar. So again, nothing I can complain about. Really, really enjoyable so far. Burn as well has stayed perfect, even with that increase in airflow. So yeah, can't really complain. What about yourself?
Nice. So I'm still getting a lot of those leathery sort of notes in there. The spicy finish has kind of died down quite a lot now, which is quite nice. I started getting like a bitter coffee flavour in there. It's quite peaty as well, which surprised me.
What, like smoky?
Yeah. Almost like bonfirey.
Okay.
It's not overpowering at all, but it's definitely there. And then I'm getting a lot of wood as well. I think strength-wise, we're probably sitting medium to full, maybe. But yeah, I'm hoping it gets a little bit sweeter in the final third. I can't lie, but
yeah, I think I was expecting you to come up with a little bit more creaminess in it. To be fair, because for some reason that's what I can kind of remember. I may be wrong because, as I say, it was a while ago since I.
Yeah, but I remember that too. So it's just crazy to know how much of a difference every cigar has.
Exactly.
You know, even if it's the same blend, just a different size or different day, smoking one and smoking the other, like it changes so much.
It's crazy.
It's very weird. Construction, can't complain about construction whatsoever, so quite happy with that. But yeah, let's get these down to the final third and then we'll get back to you soon. Okay, so we've made our way through to the final thirds now, and for the Padron, the flavour notes haven't really changed from the middle third at all. If anything, it's just burning quite hot right now, and there was a lot of smoke output in the first two thirds, but now there's like nothing. It's basically nothing now. I did find that the draw, like considering yours has opened up, mine's gone the opposite. Mine's a bit tighter now.
That's very strange.
Yeah, a little bit, but maybe it's just from where I'm drawing it. So maybe the saliva's just a bit seeped in a little bit. But overall, pretty decent cigar. It's not one that I personally would pick up. I think if you are someone with a mature palate, you will enjoy this. But for myself, I prefer those sort of creamy, sweeter notes in a cigar. But nevertheless, doesn't mean it's a bad cigar whatsoever. It's a great cigar, great blend, great brand as well. Definitely check these out online if you are someone who does like those mature flavors. But yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, I think same sort of story for the Paul Larrañaga. The flavors haven't changed all that much. So I would say overall, it's very mellow flavor. Consisting of that saltiness and that oaky finish, and I'd say that the strength does kind of increase throughout the two or three thirds. You kind of expect it. Some cigars stay completely the same all the way through, but this one you have noticeably realised the change throughout the thirds. I would say it's probably perfect for a mid-afternoon. I wouldn't say it's one that you need to have a hearty kind of evening meal before you smoke. It's pretty easy going, but again, as I say, after a light lunch or anything like that, I think this would go down a treat. But yeah, construction, can't complain. As I say, in the last few thirds has been perfect draw, perfect burn, and that draw has opened up, so thoroughly enjoyable to be perfectly honest. I would, again, similar to yourself, I wouldn't necessarily pick one up myself, but I just like a little bit more complexity, as people know. So, but yeah, really good experience.
Cool. If you guys want to check these cigars out, there will be a sampler online now, which you can grab on our website at C.Gars. And until next time, stay safe and happy herfing. Peace.